That's right. Let's go. Well, I mean, I'm not a huge on the Insomniac Spider-Mans because they have let me down quite a bit, but I was excited once upon a time.
The
And
first one was good.
yeah, I thought the first one was decent. The signs were definitely on the wall for it that there was going to be, some pause stuff. I mean, the flags and everything in it. There were signs. But two, I haven't played because oh my god, it just everything I hear about it is just terrible. I can't. But for Spider-Man 3, I don't think up until this point, maybe Flash or Blabs, you heard something, but I hadn't that there is going to be a third one. It sounds like Yuri, the guy that voices Spider-Man, Peter Parker, to be clear. He was at like some kind of convention and pretty much he got asked a question of like how involved is Peter going to be in the new Spider-Man because he, pretty much at the end of 2, sorry if this is spoiling anything, but it was kind of on the wall for the entire game. They're trying to phase Peter out and put him into this like retirement essentially.
The old folks home.
Yeah, and it's very much about like mentoring Miles Morales and all this shit and trying to get him to take over. So a lot of people were concerned and trying to figure out like, is Peter Parker even going to be in the next one?
Yeah, they made Miles Black Jesus.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like Miles Morales will never be Spider-Man. It like never. No matter what they try to do, he won't be. But they still try. But yeah, it sounds like Yuri just made a comment pretty much saying, well, he won't be relegated on the couch, which means that he is still going to play an important role, is what they're alluding to. So that's really all the details we have right now. But it was still interesting to hear, like, hey, we're actually going to be seeing a Spider-Man 3, and we're actually going to have Peter Parker still be there, because it really felt like they were trying to just put Miles
there.
Yeah. I mean,
I
take it with a grain of salt, right?
I hope they make Miles the main character and that Peter's barely in it so they can see just how low sales can go.
Yeah, but the name just might pull people in anyway.
That Miles Morales game sold like half or something like that.
Well, that's why they have to do this. That's why they have to have Peter still there, because the Miles Morales game, they literally say in that article, like, there's 3 Spider-Man games. I'm like, no, there isn't. There's 2. And then it's like, oh yeah, Miles Morales came out separately. It felt like a DLC, and I didn't touch it.
I remember how ass hurt people got if you called it a DLC.
It pretty much is. It's a side story on a disc that was cheaper. Like, to me, it's a side story. But yeah, they have to have Peter in it. Spider-Man, again, he's my only Spider-Man. But like, if you just make it Miles, it's not going to sell anymore. They're just going to kill the brand completely.
Do you think it'll be just like a Peter Parker like side quest, like optional, completely irrelevant to the main story, and it'll just be like all its own?
I don't. The way he phrased it is so weird. Like, he's not going to be relegated to the couch. So it's like, is he going to be there still mentoring? Like, because when you say relegated to the couch, to me, it sounds like he's not necessarily the main character still, but he's not going to be like, he's not going to be the person that you just like see once as a cameo either. So I don't. It's hard to
probably gonna
figure out what he means, but yeah. So I don't know. But they have to keep him involved or else people are not going to buy the game. Simple as.
That's true. So, like, this is honestly the first bit of Spider-Man 3 news that we've had ever, right?
That's what I consider it, unless people have heard otherwise. But I was like, wait, Spider-Man 3? I think we all assumed it was coming eventually, but this was the first time we heard someone working on it say something.
It'll probably be out in, like, 4 years?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, they have the Wolverine game coming out too, right? Which
Wolverine, Wonder Woman.
On that.
Isn't it that Captain America movie that also has Captain America video game that also has like Black Panther in it too?
I think though that they got I'm not sure, but the woman who made the Uncharted or wrote the Uncharted games, I think she was writing that. Yeah. If that's true, then that might be worth looking at, actually.
Which game?
That Captain America Black
Panther one, because that one actually looked cool. Like, I saw like a cinematic trailer of it, and obviously it was cinematic, so it wasn't really gameplay footage or anything, but it looked interesting anyway.
The Wolverine game, though, that's a hard pass. It's going to be
like
mostly
anyway?
Yeah, there's a lot of leaks, but Mary Jane, of course, looks like a trans woman.
Nice.
It's supposedly Wolverine dies at the end, and they're setting up fucking X-23 to take over the mantle or some shit.
Why?
That's a hard pass.
This, man. Like, why can't they just make things that we want? Why is it so difficult? It's crazy.
It's a hard pass.
Well,
I'll go play fucking Super Nintendo Spider-Man instead.
Dude, I'll
That
play
would be
Maximum
fun.
Carnage. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to play this shit.
All right. So, any final thoughts on Spidey 3?
It's gonna be shit.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I don't
And I'm not
expect it to be
buying it.
good.
Hey, we're glad you found the channel. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. We love to see you guys more often.